Hey, what's going on? I want to give you something, a little bit of food for thought, and I just want to let you know that you are currently paying a tax that is the not good enough tax, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize that this not good enough tax is costing you relationships. It's costing you being able to get access to certain jobs or certain opportunities. It's costing you peace of mind because you've been programmed to think that way about yourself. Whether we're talking about family members, whether we're talking about friends that you have acquired over the years from your young life into your full adult life, or possibly lovers that you've put a lot of effort and a lot of trust into. You've allowed their words to have a lot of power and to carry a lot of weight when it comes to you. But I want to tell you something. You've got to let that go. You've got to let go of that thinking, that very negative thinking. Because one thing that I have understood is that when you are an empathic soul, if you have a lot of empathic type of qualities and tendencies, you will tend to attract people that want to take over your light, people who want to dim your light, people who want to benefit from your caring nature. They want to enrich themselves by you constantly doubting yourself. If they can implant an idea that you're not good enough to do anything, and I'm talking about just following the most basic things of life, the basic needs, going after something you want, being able to have the courage to tell someone how you feel, being able to have the courage to go after a specific job that you're wanting or a specific path, something that truly speaks to your soul, that makes you feel very unique from everybody else. And somehow, a lot of times, we get people with a crabs in the bucket type of mentality that want to keep you boxed in, that want to keep you in a certain type of level, or keep you capped at a certain level to where you can't surpass them, outdo them, or just simply to outdream them. And they want you to stay in a specific role. Sometimes, like with family members and family situations, they want you to play a sidekick role in the family, maybe to a certain counterpart, a certain type of person that they know you can easily outshine by just simply being yourself. And you're not trying to outshine anybody. You just simply have a presence and a cadence to yourself. But they want you to play small in order to uplift somebody else over you. And that person typically has no motivation worth anything. They typically lack preservation worth anything. They typically lack or are kind of sloppy when it comes to doing certain things. But when it comes to you, that's not you. That's not where you're cut from. You're not cut from the same cloth. You may have the same type of blood running through your veins as them. But as far as the logic, as far as the integrity, as far as the motivation and the ability to drive and be driven to go and do something, or the ability to have resilience during your most worst, hardest of times, and I mean heartbreaking, loneliest of times, you will notice that you have the ability to do that. You can go and you can be engulfed into fire and come out on the other side completely invigorated after it's all said and done. But you got certain people that want you to play small. You got people that want you to think you're not good enough. When we talk about the friendship situation, you have certain friends that they want to be around you, but they don't want to give you too much props because they feel if they give you too much props or give you your flowers or to congratulate you on some type of accomplishment you made, that you're going to get too big-headed and you're going to start thinking you're better than them. But they have no problem with you doing this for them, constantly telling them how great they are, telling them that they can do things, telling them that they can accomplish whatever they want. But when it comes to you, all of a sudden, they get kind of, stone-mouthed. They can't really say anything. They can't really move those lips to give a compliment that's worth a damn because they don't want to be outshined by you. But here's the thing. Your natural aura already outshines them anyways without you even trying because of your character and how you do things, how you walk and talk. It will outshine them regardless of what they try to do. Let's say a person that you are dating, a person that you're in a relationship with, or a situationship, I should say, they want you to uplift them. They want you to be their confidant. They want you to be able to always give them their props and to tell them they're a good person, even when they're acting pretty lousy. They're not really acting like a person of integrity. They're acting more so like a single individual, but yet they have specific rules and guidelines that says that you have to be committed, that you have to stay in a committed, stationary type of situation to where you cannot be mobile. You cannot make a move without their say. You cannot have a feeling without their okay on these things. But then when it comes to your opinion, they don't care. They don't care to get your opinion. They just want you to do as they say. And that's to feed in that idea that you're not good enough for them. That's to feed into the idea that you have to play ball with them. Play ball with them, even on a very unfair court. You're probably on their home turf most of the time with these types of people. They like you to be at their home base, which is at their homes or wherever they frequent at. They don't really like to go to your home base or anything of that nature, or your home, or anywhere that you have some authority in, because, that would be kind of threatening towards them. You know what I'm saying? I understand how it feels to be locked into the idea that you can just only get so far. You can only get so far because of certain people that want to hold you into a certain stationary spot in their life. You're not supposed to move. You're supposed to stay put. Almost like someone that is putting you on a shelf by chance. Someone's that's pretty much displaying you as some type of decoration piece in their life, but you're not really allowed to be played with. You're not really allowed to be expressive. You're just meant to look pretty. You're just supposed to look handsome in this person's life. But they don't really want to give you your flowers because they're afraid that you may discover something. You may discover your true gifts. You may discover your true value. So that's why they decide to try to withhold those compliments, withhold the affection, withhold the feelings of closeness with them, because they think that if they do this, this is going to fool you into wanting to do more and more. And sometimes it can happen that way because a person is not fully developed just yet. They don't really understand their value just yet because maybe they have been surrounded by family and friends that have fed a negative lie to this person for a long time. And they think that once they get a partner that's paying just a little tiny bit of attention, but then once the partner decides to withdraw, the very things that cause this person to fall in love or catch feelings in some way, shape, or form, they think that, at least I'm just thankful to be a part of this situation. I didn't really deserve it in the first place. Got to get out of that mindset. You have to understand what truly works for you and what is truly meant for you. If something is truly meant for you, guess what? It will not take a whole lot of constantly dimming your light. It will not constantly take you having to put up with things just to keep somebody in your life or just to keep somebody to talk to you, even though they're obviously showing signs that they don't really want to be around. They don't want to do what it takes to keep you. They'll do what it takes to get you. But then once they stop trying to do things to keep you, that's when you have to recognize the problem. That's when you have to finally say, you know what? I don't think I deserve being treated this way. I think I want more. I think I deserve more. I'm a good person. I'm a good man. I'm a good woman. I'm showing up and I'm being a very loving way with this person. I don't ever try to withhold my time from them. I don't ever try to breadcrumb this person. I don't ever try to make this person feel less than. And if I try to give them some advice and they feel less than from it, I'm more than willing to apologize to that person fully, give them a full-on apology, not a bullshit apology, but a straight up real one, a sincere one. And if this person still does not want to value me, or they want to use some type of mistake I made once and then use that to completely trash me, that person doesn't deserve me. I don't deserve to be ignored. I don't deserve family members that want to talk bullshit with me and constantly tell me in certain subtle ways that I'm not good enough to experience this. I'm not good enough to have this. I'm not good enough to look like this. If that's how they are, then fuck them too, as far as I'm concerned. And then these friends you have, if you have friends that constantly want you to dim your light just to be in their circle, because they don't want to level up, they refuse to level up. They refuse to grow up. They refuse to be the best they can be. If they like mediocrity, if they want to sit around trash, that's their business. But does it mean you have to do it too? No. You don't have to cut ties with these people, but that doesn't mean you have to follow them or be the butt end of jokes just to be around them. If they can't tell a joke without you having to be put into it and them trying to basically make you feel small and around certain people, if they can't tell a joke without trying to put you in your place per se, then really they don't deserve to have your company. They don't deserve to have your presence. They really need to go somewhere else. They really do. They need to go on about their business. Because I'm telling you, the right type of people, the right type of friends will never feel the need to disrespect you. They will never feel the need to make you feel less than. They will never try to tell jokes in front of their friends or family and put you completely on the spot, knowing very full well that it's going to be very weird and just awkward if you were to say something. And you know what? That's a part of their plan. A manipulative person like this loves to embarrass somebody, especially a significant other, in some way, shape, or form, because if they can do it around their friends and family and make that person feel less than, they know that that person is probably a polite person, a sweet person, a caring person, everything that they are not deep down inside. They know full well that if someone wanted to do that to them, they would probably lash out. They would probably throw a hissy fit and probably say some very unbecoming things of themselves. You know what I'm saying? But you have class, and you don't like things to be put out on the spot. If anything, okay, you may let that joke get out, but when you get along with that person, you're going to let them know, like, hey, what you just said, what you just did right there, that was really hurtful, and I just think that was uncalled for. Now, if the person, whether we're talking about a friend or a partner of some kind, if they're doing this, then they ain't shit really for real. Because if they can't understand where you're coming from and you're coming to them with full-on respect, and yet they still say, what's your problem? You know what? You did this months ago. Then you know what? They're full of shit, honestly. They're not ready to grow up. They're not really ready for a real situation where, if anything, they want to play around. That's what they want to do. Oh, by the way, hi, Felicia. Hey. But seriously, I'm telling you, if you cannot simply come to somebody in a respectful manner and speak to them with sincerity, you're not raising your voice, you're not being condescending, you're not trying to put them exactly in their place. You're just simply trying to have a heart-to-heart, belly-to-belly conversation with them. And that they still try to give you this sense of, you should just be thankful that you're involved in my life in some way, shape, or form. You should be so thankful that you're involved in this group. You should be thankful that you're involved to even be able to come to my house. If they are on that stuff, that lets you know that it's just not meant for you two to be around each other, most likely. Or they're going to have to do a major overhaul on their personality and do quite a bit of growing up in order to even sit at the dinner table with you. That's the truth. Because if you come into anything willing to have an ear, willing to give an ear to any situation, willing to give your heart to something, as far as understanding another individual and being able to take yourself out of your own shoes and place yourself into another person's situation and do it with sincerity, and I'm telling you, that's great. But if not, then you know where you stand with this type of person. And I can guarantee that this person's not going to change that much if they are unwilling to even try to level up to be in your presence. When I'm talking about, when I say that, is I'm not saying about class. It's not about class or person making money, because I'm telling you, like I did in the video before, some videos ago, your bank account is lying to you about your value, your true inner value. It's not about the money. It's not about the material goods. It's about your inner workings of how you truly open up to others. Do you act with integrity? And if you are able to make a mistake, are you willing to go back and say, hey, I messed up right there, and I want to say I'm sorry. And you know what? I'm going to do better. That is true high value. It's not about a person who never makes a mistake. Look, that doesn't exist. Everyone makes mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ever allow someone who is a manipulator make you feel like you should pay for the rest of your life for making one mistake about something. Because if you are a human being, yes, you're going to make mistakes. The difference is, are you going to make mistakes and continue to do the same exact thing over and over? Or are you able and willing to make a mistake and truly learn from that and reflect on it and say, you know what, that was messed up. That was not a good idea. But guess what? I'm going to redeem myself. I'm never going to do that again. And in fact, if I come across a situation like that, I know to take the left side, not the right. Just basically changing the course, changing the path, just editing a certain situation if you ever come across something like that ever again. That's the truth. And if you're dealing with somebody that does not ever want to accept your apology, even if it's a first offense of something, most likely, I'm telling you, that person was trying to find some way to get rid of you. That person was trying to find some way to say you're not pure, because they operate from a whole pure, unpure, white and black type of thinking. In their world, there is no such thing as a gray area. It's only, you're only all good or you're all bad. That's not a good way to think of things. That's not a good way to live. Please, ladies and gentlemen, have the ability to know that there is a such thing as a gray area when it comes to human emotions, situations, and true misunderstandings. That's the key. That's true value. That's how you let go of this whole idea of not good enough, not being good enough. Don't let not being good enough poison the well for your whole life and stop you from going after things you want. Stop you from saying things that is truly on your mind to say or in your heart to express to people, because you never know. You being a part of something may just be the key difference to any type of situation. You can make a difference in somebody else's life by simply saying a word of encouragement, by simply speaking out when you see an injustice being done, making a difference, having the sense and having the strength to know I am good enough for anything that I want to go after. I don't care about what family says. I don't care about what friends say. I don't care about bullshit relationship partners. I don't care about what they say. What I'm caring about is, what is the Most High given to me? What is the Most High telling me in my heart to say? That's where you need to go. That's where you need to think about. True value is having the intuition to go after what you want. True value is being able to have the courage to ask for help if you don't have it, if you don't have the ability to make something be accomplishable on your own, or there's a piece of knowledge that you just don't know just yet, but you're able to have the common sense to ask a question, send out feelers to get the right type of answer that you're looking for. And once you get the answer, analyze that answer. Put it into your moral compass. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it just too bleak? Or is it just so right? That's what you have to think about. I hope everyone can take this message and use it in some way, shape, or form. I just want you all to know, whoever may be watching this, you are good enough. Don't let anyone tell you different. Don't let a bad seed contaminate the entire well for your life. And now you don't want to do anything. You don't want to try anything because of the feeling of, I don't think I'm good enough to do this. Don't live that way. Please don't. Love yourself, trust in yourself, and trust in the Most High. That's all I have to say for this video, and I hope everyone has a lovely night, okay? Bye-bye.